Hello, everyone. Oop, hang on. I forgot to close my door. Sorry, I've been building a dresser all morning, so my office is kind of a fucking shit show. But, hello. Please do not be alarmed at the fact that I have accidentally shaved off my facial hair. Let's stop the screaming, woman. Ma'am, I love your work, but you're very loud. Hello! Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Today is a Pathologic day. We're getting into the shit of it real here. We're on day 9, as we have been. Actually, we're on day 6 technically right now, but hi. Oh, are you angry because you never got to sit in my lap this morning? Here he is. It's like I'm being attacked by a snake. There we go. Let's head to the game cam. Yeehaw. Okie dokie. So, you may recall last time that we had a bit of an amalgam issue that has been fixed. I made a deal. A deal with the devil. The Black Tendril. Probing. Searching. And we have full amalgam now. So, we will be just doing what we would have been doing anyway. God, what were we doing? Where did we end last time? We saved Ava. No, not that. Different devil. Different devil. We were... God, what were we aiming for? Oh, I think we were just about to go to day 1, which we hadn't done yet. Because we just unlocked that, I think. Simon's memory is preserved in the polyhedron. There's an assassination attempt being plotted against Karminski. Or were we going to day 11? Did we finish day 1 and what we were doing there? You know what? Let's just go to day 11 and see what's going on. That's our best bet, I think, for right now. Oh no, are those Yakov's classes? Can't tell. Block got dead. Oh yeah, are we still, or did we fix that? Is Block still fucking? He's dead. He's dead. Right, he got killed by a another soldier. Why am I on day 6? Why did I come back here? Did we deal with that? Oh, no, we had to go... Right. Okay, I remember now. We need to stop Clara from getting thrown under the bus during the trial. We're on day 6 because I fucked up and went to the wrong day. That's what happened. Yeah, yep. So we are going back to day 7, which is where we meant to go all along before I fucked it up with the amalgam situation. And which one of these is the... Okay, this is the Clara trial. Saburov was stripped of his governor's title. Artemy is saved. Polyhedron is saved. I will not stand... Okay, I think that's the one I need to reset, and that's the only one. So. Okay. We go. Hi, Bacho. How you doing, bud? You're gonna get turned into origami one day. Okie dokie. Back to Karminski, everybody's favorite fucko. Honk. I'm gonna break into you one of these days. I want to get turned into origami. Who doesn't? Did that one not reset the trial? How do I reset this one? Why didn't it reset? I don't know if you have to reset the trial. I thought you just had to talk to him the day before she kills her. Talk to Saburov? I guess. Not Saburov. Oh, Karminski. To get him to unarrest her? Do I go reset the thing where I got Clara arrested? The jails are in one of those days, and I think you have to break that link. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds right. Right, because I have to let Clara kill Lara. Myth, no, you've missed nothing. You've missed mostly me flailing, trying to figure out kind of where the hell I'm supposed to be going right now, because the signposting in this game is... well, needs improvement. So where's that fucking thing, then? There's too many bubbles on this map that aren't useful. It's so cluttered. Yeah, I'm on 7. Which is why I thought it was 8. Renaissance. Is that day 9? No. Boy, I wish I could, like, Control F this completely incomprehensible thing. No, that's the other prisoner, of course. No, it's certainly not your guidance that is the fault here. It is the game. This is organized is not even like a little. Okay, so I saved Katarina when? Was that this one? No. Is it day 6? No, this is way too far back. When does Clara kill Lara? Pathologic 3. Love having to fucking... There. Jesus Christ. It wasn't day 7. Yeah, day 8, handcuffs icon. Jesus God. Yeah, Myth, it's an awful means of tracking anything. I love it conceptually. I think it's interesting, but it is miserable to try to find anything useful in it. So now I want to undo this, and I've undone it. which means now I need to go back to the day that Block gets killed, right? Because now he won't get killed because now Lara is dead. I think it would be... No, undoing it did not open up day 11. I think it would be fine if I could Control F. If I could Control F for, like, people's names, I think it would be a perfectly fine map. Hi.
Worst of all, a coward. Always been a coward. I hate it.
I've come to look you in the eye, and you're not even averting them. I can't even see a single drop of shame in them. How's that, Dankovsky? Tell me, how can this be happening? You seem to be on edge, Ruben. What's happened? And he has the nerve to ask. You're a phenomenal creature, Dankovsky. Do you really not care about people at all? The changeling has killed Lara. Why is she still walking free? Why haven't you done anything? Do you really not give a damn? You're confusing me with someone. I'm not the Inquisitor, and I'm not the town's governor. I'm a doctor. I treat people, not punish them. Lara can no longer be saved, but letting her murderer go free is blasphemy. Desecration of her memory. What are you suggesting? Killing the changeling by laying on hands? An eye for an eye? A life for a life? No. Yes, I don't know. Don't, Ruben. Revenge won't give you anything beside prison and abandonment. What you call a desire for vengeance is called law in the normal world. But it seems it no longer exists in this town. The law has abandoned us. Since Simon's gone, everything's broken. Even the laws. I can't go on anymore like this. I'm leaving. Where to? I can no longer work at the hospital. I can't see you every day pretending nothing's happened, pretending the changeling hasn't killed Lara. I hope you feel better, Ruben. Take care. During the plague, funerals happen quickly. Today they're burying Lara. Will I have the courage to visit the cemetery? Yeah, I'll go to the cemetery. What I wouldn't give for, like, an honest-to-God quest log sometimes, though.
Many who sleep well speak ill.
What have you done, Gravel? You disrespected our deal. You disrespected me. Treated me like a dirty mutt. Gravel? A nickname. We grew up together. But then, life has a tendency to kick you while you're down. I hadn't visited Lara in ages. Forget it. Better yet, riddle me this. Why was a cold camel coughing? An unexpected change of subject. It's a joke, you heartless dumbass. I was keeping it for Gravel. She loves my jokes. Hated them, but always laughed in the end, which means she loved them. This one's useless now. So come on, riddle me this. Let us both have a laugh. Why was a cold camel coughing? I don't know why. Because he died. Get it? It must have been a constant struggle for Lara to like your jokes.
It was cold because he was dead, and that's why he got in a coffin. Not coffin, coffin. Get it? It's similar and confusing, and that's why it's funny. My tummy hurts from all the laughter. Damn, it hurts.
This is why I want to defeat death. Do you get it now?
Kilden knows this one. Fuck him up. You hear me? I'll give you the shirt off my back. I'll give you anything. Do anything. Let him writhe in his grave, just like we writhe in agony here.
So you and Lara knew each other?
She was kind and stubborn. The type of person who would never say a word but keep sticking into her way. And never been. I remember when we fell into a ravine full of ash and swish. I cried like a baby. Craffle didn't say a word. She didn't shed a single tear. And it wasn't just the swish that beat her neither. I may be a useless weed, but she had a family home. The family that punished her for being unladylike behavior as well.
I saw how stubborn she was. So did the general.
I was so desperate to impress her that I lay down on the tracks right in front of a train once. Wanted her to see how daring I am. Dumbass, I. And she... You know what? She just lay down next to me and I had to drag her off the tracks at the last second. She was braver than me.
Amicus veris, rara avis. Hi, Bridge, welcome in.
You here to see Lara off as well? Good. Better than standing here alone. A year ago, Lara, well, you could say she pulled me up out of the ground. And now I'm lying her in it.
What do you mean pulled you out of the ground?
Last fall, I was good as dead. Drinking myself stupid, passed out in a ditch, or maybe some hole. Next thing I knew, I woke up in a shelter. I still think Lara brought me back from the dead. I'd give anything to repay her in kind.
Intentionally killed Lara because there's no other way to save Block and the town without putting her in the ground. She always leads to his death. She made me trolley problem it.
And what will become of it now? The house?
I don't know. Some suspicious soldier showed up. Did you see him? I thought he'd start driving us off or something, but he set a flower on the grave. His shoulders were shaking. I saw it.
Crying his eyes out, poor man. Did you see where he went after?
Towards the exit, where else? There's only one way out of the cemetery. I've seen that soldier at the house that I live in a few days back. He came to see Lara. Looked like they were close. But who he is, can't say.
And you? How did you know her? Did she help you too?
Yes.
My fingers won't bend. It's the cold. That's all. It's just cold.
When Isidore was gone, I thought life wouldn't hit me any harder. I was wrong. That in the middle of an epidemic, Lara would die like this. It just makes it all the more painful.
Pancakes, thank you for the sub. Finally, the new thing has triggered. Welcome to our phalanx of craps. I have a new alert for subs. I think we did do that last. I mean, we got Lara arrested like 5 times. Wabe. But Pancakes, I appreciate the sub. Thank you very much. Everyone loves a knife crab. All of you are my knife crabs. I didn't know Lara for long, but I had time to grasp one thing.
just how much you meant to her, Reuben. We were close. We were together since we were kids. Although, can you use the word close when speaking about people who were together since childhood? Close doesn't begin to describe what was between us, Dankovsky. I was in love with her as a kid. All of us were. She's lucky to have all of you. She'll live on in your memories. You know when I realized she was special? There was this one time when we were out on the railroad track and we saw a man. He laid his head on the rails and was waiting for a train to come. We understood what was happening at once. Children are good at sensing these things, I reckon. Was he suicidal or just drunk? The three of us, Cub, Grief, and me, tried to convince him to stand up, but it was no use. And then I remember looking up and seeing Lara running along the track towards the train, running and waving a white handkerchief. The image is forever etched into my memory. I don't know how she did it, but she really did manage to stop the colossal machine. By every law of physics, the engine should have run him over, both her and the man on the rails. I believe it was a miracle. That day, I was convinced that Lara could do miracles. Grief claims he was the one who laid down on the rails and you were trying to talk him out of it.
Lara's entire life was one man on another trying to die on the train tracks. I think it's the same story.
He's wrong. His memory's playing tricks on him. Anyway, thank you for sharing this. Benefactress of the town, the changeling sacrificed her so that the town could live. Here lies Lara Ravel.
What soldier?
Oh,
Do you know who keeps breaking windows at night?
Tell me, Einon, do you believe in Kuvzaya?
Kuvzaya? What's that?
You have a similar word in your language. Fate. It's not the same thing, but close.
Fate was invented by weaklings as an excuse for their interaction.
Lara and I used to talk about Ukel and Kuvzaya before I left the town. Now, I regret not visiting her more often after I came back. I used to think that Lara would be around forever. I never thought of that about anyone else. Only her.
And what do you think of fate?
There are people in the steppe of whom it's said that they hold up the earth. Lara was one of such people. Now I feel like no one's holding up the earth anymore and we're on our own. It was my fault. My Gemburu.
You have nothing to blame yourself for, Barach. No one can tell the future. No one can know when they will die.
I was in love with her as a kid, but I never got the nerve to tell her. I regret it now. I was convinced she liked Bad Grief. She always laughed at his jokes. It was just the four of us exploring sometimes abandoned houses, sometimes the cemetery. Lara, me, Bad Grief, and Reuben.
Bad Grief says the exact opposite. Try as he might, he could never make her laugh.
Grief isn't very bright. Lara was always drawn to him, and he never so much as noticed. It made me jealous.
Tell me something about Lara. Anything. Perhaps you'll feel better if you share some memories.
What is there to tell, Einon? No, wait. There was an incident that's etched into my memory. We used to go to the railway and put coins on the tracks. A train would pass by and flatten them. They were like little moons. We kept them for good luck. One day, we were walking down the track as usual, waiting for a train to turn our coins into little moons, and we saw a man in the distance, lying right across the rails.
Was it his chosen way to go?
We couldn't tell from afar. I was worried we'd come closer and see that a train had already cut his head off, but no, he was alive. He lay there, preparing. When we came along, he was very displeased. "Go," he said. "There's about to be blood everywhere, and you don't need to see that ugly sight."
So what had happened in his life that brought him to that? Oh, and what did you do?
We talked him out of it as best we could, but he wouldn't listen. Stock ran off to the station to warn the switchman. Bad Grief and I tried to drag him off the track, but the bastard was too strong. He fought us off. And kept lying there, saying this was it, the end. A train was already rumbling in the distance, like Kuvzaya itself.
My headcanon is that these are all different stories. Yeah. 3 train incidents.
And do you know what Lara did? She lay down beside him with her head on the track. She lay down and said something to him that made him cry like a baby. You could already see the train. And there they were, lying on the track.
Did she convince him to get off the track?
She did. And what exactly she said to him is beside the point. What matters is that she always found the right words for every person, and now I'm standing here unable to find the right words for her, and it is unbearable.
Alice inserviendo consumor. Alice lucensuror.
I could not have acted otherwise. Are we sure? Are we sure there's nothing we can do? The fact that the soldier came to her earlier, but I have no idea what day it is, that he would have shown up at the house. Get any more information from the flower? No. I feel like there's something in that line that guy had about the soldier showing up and talking to her to see her beforehand. I go over to the birds over here. Is this anything? Or are they just birds again? 8. When did the military arrive? It can't be before then. That's a good point, Pegasus. You're right. Was that day 8? I think it might have been day 8. When did they show up? Yeah, I hadn't considered that, Pegasus. Good fucking good shout. No, but I might be able to check the map. Is it in the... Yeah, okay. Artillery-equipped troops have arrived in town. Is that... Day fucking 9. Karminski showed up on 7, and the military shows up 2 days later, on day 9. Yeah, Bridge, we're going back to day 9. Again. Day 9. In which the Bachelor this was a joke!
going back to day 9. I am going to try to go to Lara's House of Hope. Maybe I can catch the soldier. Or is she already dead? She's already dead. She dies in between the days. Is there anything I can do?
I'd rather not hear it all.
Well, I can go to day 11 now at least, so we can do something. It's something to do. I cannot figure out if maybe something new will show up in these days.
What we can't cut short, we will cut down.
Day 11. No beating around the grave, as the saying goes. If the reports are to be believed, this was the day you finally lost all authority. The hospital was shut down and utterly destroyed. The town was controlled by the army, and you were useless.
I was on the verge of creating a vaccine. If only those damned army thumpers hadn't interfered.
By army thumpers, you mean General Block? You had a falling out with him, didn't you? Tell me about it.
And stop weaseling about. Your story keeps changing. Quit reinventing the past. Just tell us exactly what happened.
And who are you, exactly?
3 days after the army arrived in town, General Block ordered your hospital closed. Yes or no?
Forgive me, Colonel, with all due respect. Asking questions is my job. You promised not to interfere.
Yes or no? Speak.
Now what, Inspector? Will you let this tin soldier meddle snatch your prey?
Colonel, it'd be more efficient if I asked the questions. Please, let me...
Belay! This is taking too long. General Block abused his authority and destroyed the only hospital in town. If this is not his sabotage, what is? Did you try and stop him, Dr. Dankovsky?
No, wait, it wasn't like that at all. You're twisting the past to suit your agenda again.
That same day, Block's soldiers began shelling the town and its civilian population with artillery. Yes or no?
I don't like your tone.
I'm not here to be liked. I'm only interested in the army's actions in town. I know who is guilty of this disaster and who must be punished. And I need you to sign the testimony.
You're missing the point. It wasn't Block or the military who decided the town's fate. On day 11, more important events took place.
Is that so? Enlighten me.
Only if you promise not to interrupt. Soon you will be forced to choose, is the name of the achievement for day 11. Awesome. In which some thanatological theses are being practically
Once
proven.
Dankovsky. Now 1,000 fragments of Dankovsky.
I must prepare a new vaccination. I can't imagine how I'll manage without Yakov Little's help. Andre asked me to look after his brother. If he shows up at the cathedral at the wrong time, there will be trouble. Let Peter take refuge at the cemetery. In 3 days, I expect to find him exactly there. Hey, look, a manageable quest board. I hear the thunder of cannons. Monstrous cannon shots shook the town. What is the army doing?
There is no death.
When you take my hand, you hold on very tightly. Your hand is stone, like a statue's.
Ava, you're alive. You're here, still, before my eyes.
And your posture. You like to lift your chin. You likely don't notice. Haughty. Not haughty. Jittery. In school, you were probably quite short, weren't you?
What is this inventory of my qualities?
When you come in the evenings, your shirt and necktie are always soaked through with sweat, tobacco, and exhaustion. But they don't disgust me. When I soak them, I feel as if I'm allowing you to release the day. I like that.
You do this yourself? I was sure you handed it off to the servants.
When you hug me, I want to lean back so that I can keep looking into your eyes.
What are you getting at?
Soon you'll go, and we won't meet again. Let's sit quietly for a while you're still here.
All right. Oh no, they closed the ballroom. Let's take our free reload real quick, because we only have 3 shots left in that son of a bitch. Okay. There's a lot. And by that, I mean there's 3 things that we should start with. I'm gonna go... there's a lot more plague than I thought there'd be. I'm gonna go to Peter first.
Camera obscura.
Camera lumina. Bull temporarily paper. We apologize for the inconvenience. So first the bull eat the paper, then he become the paper. The thing you need to understand about the bull is that he is the paper and that he like the paper. Okay. We also need to keep an eye out for the final plague flower.
I will kill you, death.
Which is going to be hard when there's like 6 infested zones.
As if things are animated.
Oh, right. We also don't, like, have stuff, I think, because we're on a new day.
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
Can't see shit, Captain. Looking for green. Looking for green. I see nothing. God, if I could find the flower early, that would be awesome. Well, not on the path in this zone, at the very least. This is Maw. Oh, this isn't. Uh-oh. Where's the fucking door? There. Can't believe it took me this long, but Moon's haunted meme with Daniil and Artemy. Yeah.
I guess it's best when you see him less.
Today's the day. Today it'll happen. Andre's in the cathedral, alone against the Inquisitor. And I'm here hiding like the worst kind of coward for 4 days now, talking to a single dead man.
Who?
Farkhad, of course. I always try to speak to his grave, but only now that remarkable girl, Grace, has taught me not to talk, but to listen. I'm very grateful to her.
Grace is strange, but good. I'm sure she won't be happy if you barge into the cathedral today and end up back at the graveyard as one of her dead.
But wouldn't we be stronger together? What if he dies in there trying to pass himself off as me? I won't forgive myself for it.
If you show up, they'll know you've switched. Andre's plan will fall apart.
You're right. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm useless. Disgustingly useless.
Stop it, Peter. You just have different talents. I couldn't take Karminski and his guards by force either. I intercepted Peter at the last moment. One heartfelt conversation and he changed his mind about leaving the cemetery. Daniil loading gun. Shabnak's real. Artemy. What? Cox gun. Shabnak's real. Okay. Cure time. Or vaccine time.
Rubble and trash.
Never alone.
Hello?
He's everywhere.
I'm looking for a green flower.
I could
You don't know where any of those at? Oh, I don't have any drugs for you, dude. Sorry. Oh, we're going fast! Too fast! God, this is burning through my charges way faster than I would have wanted. God, trying to find... What? The bells are ringing in the cathedral. Who died? Oh, I hope it's Karminski.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
Oh. There are lads in front of the door. They probably won't let me in. No entry for civilians.
The former theater, also the former hospital, has been requisitioned for military use.
Where are my equipment and the patients? Where's Little?
The entire contents were moved to...
Romanov, tell me, what do they call that house?
House of the Living. Something like that. A shelter, basically for the destitute. Closest thing to the former hospital, supposedly. Everything got hauled there. All your crap's there now, including your Little, whatever that is. If Little was among your things, then Little's in the House of the Living now.
Is General Block aware of this? I believe he'll be very surprised when I inform him.
General Block gave the order personally. This is an army hospital now. There's no need to report anything to the general. He left town hall today and is making the rounds to inspect the lines.
Do you have any idea what you've done? There's plague in the town and you've shut down the only hospital.
Step back, citizen. This is your final warning.
Without the hospital, there won't be a vaccine today, and without a vaccine, there may not be a tomorrow. Damn it! Okay. Well. Let's go see if the assassination attempt worked. I gotta go through this zone too to figure out if I can find the flower here. Boy, this one feels even worse than most of them in terms of visibility. Come on, I just need one little Eka green. No, probably not here either. Oh. Hello.
Did you hear that rumbling? Last time it roared and banged like this was when Nina the Wild died, I'm telling ya.
So many people have gathered at the bell's toll. I haven't gone mad. People can see you. Or more likely, everyone has.
So what are you supposed to be? A statue or a man? Go on, blink! Blink already! Did he blink or not? It's hard to say.
You see him too. That's reassuring. I was beginning to think I was seeing the shadows again.
Maybe you are. Maybe we all are.
Well, that's something. I double-clicked there accidentally and lost the thread. Oh well. They can see the tragedians now. That's great.
How can this be? They won't let ordinary townsfolk inside. You have no right. The bell tolls for everyone.
I'm telling you, there's no point in rushing in there. It's probably just Immortel stirring up trouble again. That's all. I wouldn't be surprised if he rang the bell himself out of boredom just to watch us come running.
Please go home. Don't crowd. Who knows what might have happened.
It is canny to conceal that one is uncanny.
Well, look who it is. Bachelor Dankovsky, a proud cinema apologist. I'm afraid I have no two-dimensional images pressed on a strip of film for you today. Today I'm selling tickets to a proper performance. Something real and alive. Or not really alive if you take into account the condition of one of the participants.
seems my remarks about cinema struck a nerve.
I am an artist, Dankovsky, and more importantly, I'm a living human being. You wouldn't understand, and you don't live with your nerves exposed to the elements. Imagine if I were to tell you that your medicine is a relic of the past and that all doctors will soon be replaced by homeopaths.
I would laugh.
Exactly! Exactly! Then you do understand how I feel.
Why did the bell ring?
What, do you want me to spoil the story for you? You must be one of those vulgars who first turn to the last page of the book just to see who is doomed before reading any of it.
Step into the cathedral. I don't want you to know. I want you to feel. I already know who's doomed. All of us.
Did it work?
Probably not.
Oh. Maybe it did.
That's it. Now we're done for. Straight under the bench. All together. No! No! I got family, you hear? I can't go under. I can't!
Easy, lads. We'll wriggle out. No benching, no nothing. We'll stick together. Our story's got a match. So here's how it is. In the report, I read that the boss broke the rules himself and told us to untie the resting guests. That's true, right? True.
Is this some kind of professional jargon of yours? What does under the bench mean? Figure it out.
I'm telling you, if we file the reports right, we'll slip out. Worst case, no leave, a smack on the head, a demotion, no big deal. Why are you acting like kids?
Strange. You're supposed to be men of the law, and yet you talk like convicts. What are you picking at words for? Not now. Rogov, know this. I ain't lying in my report. No. You want to drag us all down with you, huh? Your screw up? Your mess.
What screw up? Lads, you throwing me under the bull already? We're all in this. Gotta stick tight.
All right, and plain. You were told to watch the resting guest, and you stood there picking your nose. I'll write it just like that.
You saw the guest, right? Scrawny thing, an artsy bookworm. What was there to watch? It was clear as day in the file, a softy and a drunk to boot. Who could guess he'd jump like that, smash the mirror mid-leap, grab a shard? Takes skill, that. And the boss himself told us to untie him.
Don't shove it on the boss, that's low. He's already paid for a slip-up, and now we'll pay too. And you, Rogov, most of all.
Gentlemen, kindly explain. What has happened here?
And what's it to you? Who are you for us to answer to you?
That's Dankovsky, lads. The boss brought him to the team when he arrived. Kept calling him in, too, all the time. They'll ask him what happened to Yesho's death.
Yeah, right. All the more reason to tell him the right version of what happened.
There will be no right version. Tell me the truth. I've already heard you talking anyway. The boss called in that architect, Peter Stammerton, for questioning. We brought him in. Interrogation started.
And the boss himself ordered him untied. Said it'd make him talk better.
And you, Rogov, were to watch Stammerton. You, not us.
That's what I'm saying. Dankovsky, boss's order. Stammerton was just sitting there like he'd fall off the chair already, hardly breathing. I just turned to get him some water so he wouldn't croak, and then he jumps straight for the mirror. Mirror shatters, he grabs a shard, and to the boss in 1 second. Like a tiger.
Uh-huh. We don't deny our responsibility. Everyone except Rogolf. Lads, maybe to hell with the report. Maybe we both did the step, eh? Better than paying for all of this.
Lads!
Oh no, that's this guy. There's two of them with the exact same face, and it's really throwing me because they're both named Patrolman.
Lads! Maybe to hell with the report. Maybe we both to the step, eh? Better than paying for this.
Run. All three of you. They'll ask me, sure, and I'll say you died of plague, bodies burned. Really? Save us proper. Lads, let's run. Cut Stammerton in reports. Main thing now is wait till the crowd clears in the square and then slip out quiet. Rogov, no.
They'll find us anyway.
I got a family. I'll vanish. They'll come for them. Though, if I can reach the telegraph and warn them to leave.
I always knew the Inquisition was staffed by lowlifes, but seeing it with my own eyes, it's quite something.
Stupid. Stupid.
Ah, Dan
Oh, what an idiot I was.
Come to admire my new masterpiece? I've always said, can't have true poetry without wounds. And here's proof. Even an Inquisitor can be turned into something beautiful. You only have to introduce his throat to a shard of mirror. What do you think?
Agreed. A good Inquisitor is a dead Inquisitor.
I'll be honest, I doubted you. I thought you'd betray me. And you even talked Peter out of coming here. Thank you.
No need. This is not the place for Peter.
Kaminsky loved me and Peter's work so much that now he's become one of them. He even prepared my brushes and paints, covering the cathedral in mirrors. For no reason at all. I never expected such luck. Look at how beautifully the shard glitters in his throat. Do you think that kind of visual effect is easy to create? It takes skill and inspiration.
It really is beautiful.
Now Kaminsky belongs to me. His body is my painting. No, a fresco, more fitting for a cathedral. I just need to choose a title. I'm torn between Lessons in Throat Singing or The Unbearable Mirrorness of Non-Being. What do you like better?
The mirrorness of non-being? Come on. You're being pretentious. Doesn't it get old for you, personally?
Why not? I have the right. How many people do you know who turned an Inquisitor into art? Exactly.
Thank you, Andre. Kaminsky was worse than the plague. His death is a blessing to us all.
What are you talking about? You think I'm saving the town? You're funny. If I saved anyone, it was my brother.
Don't tell me you really think you've created some kind of art.
Your hard work. Look, there's a thing called context. You see a body? That's the text. But what happened to it and why? That's the context. And that's what matters. Context turns dead flesh into art. Do you follow? Though, why am I even explaining any of this to you? Farquaad was the same. Always put text above context. And now look at him. Your cathedral, Farquaad? It's part of my masterpiece, too. I can hear you whining from the grave.
What does Farquaad have to do with any of this?
An artist shouldn't explain the meaning of their work. Let's just say the cathedral is a perfect frame for my painting. It used to be cleaned. Now it's stained with blood, desecrated. A proper frame is half the work, you know. I'm satisfied. You could say I slit 2 throats with 1 shard.
Fine. You killed Kaminsky. What now?
Now? I'll enjoy my fame as a great artist, of course.
They'll hang you for killing an Inquisitor. You understand that?
What's this, Dankovsky? Am I hearing you right? Are you afraid of death?
Death? No. But gallows? I admit I don't like gallows. Fucking got his ass. What do you think about this, Nina?
Yes.
I foresaw that the death of the hanging judge would come from mirrors. He was an entomologist. I feel that he would want to take our creations apart down to their atoms and lock them away in the mustiness of a museum. I thought he would poke his nose where it didn't belong and end up lost among the facets of the polyhedron. They are mirrors too, after all. And yet, as it turned out, oh, how ironic was that.
Did you foresee it? Or did you deliberately create the situation? You consciously stirred Karminski's interest in mirrors and in your family's designs.
Several days ago, on the night before the night of your arrival, Several days ago, on the night before the 9th day of your arrival, I had a dream. An iron heart fell upon the faces of the mirrors. But it was the metal that shattered, not the fragile glass. From the heart, a real blood poured forth. And at once I understood that the dream was about the death of an inquisitor. I only misjudged the particulars.
And you interpreted the mirrors literally? I would have taken them as a metaphor of Simon's deeds or of the Kane's grand idea as a whole, for instance.
Which is precisely why you are not the mistress, Aunt Neil. Touching as your attempts may be to catch the glimmers of prophecy. You see, I erred in the opposite direction, towards excessive metaphor. I thought the mirrors symbolized the polyhedron. And sometimes mirrors are simply mirrors. And they kill simply, with just a sharp edge.
Do not evade the question, dream or no dream. Afterward, you deliberately stoked Karminski's interest in mirror installations. I heard your conversation yesterday.
But of course. What use is a mistress if she simply observes prophecies passively like a docile sheep? The warm-hearted gift is given to us so that we can see the threads of the future, but to realize its design, one must pull on those threads. The future does not arrive of its own accord.
So you consciously led him to death.
Do you think of me as a heartless witch? That is not so. But I will not pretend that people are equal. We are all born with different talents and different hearts. Yet not all possess the strength to find themselves and be polished into glory. To equate simpletons with geniuses and talents like Simon, my mother, yourself, is simply mockery.
And what does Karminski have to do with that? He was an intellectual, a man of Kane's caliber.
You are mistaken. Like my aunt, he knew how to speak grand words, but not how to feel grand meanings. He loved exhibits, and he became an exhibit himself. And in that single gesture, there is more thought than in his entire life.
More certa, ora certa.
I hope you will go with our family to build the town beyond the river. It will happen very soon, and it will be far more interesting than this town.
Perhaps I will. Checkmate. Inquisitor Mark Karminski has been killed. Fucking got his ass. For once, something went off how I wanted it to go off. Oh, these ones still won't break. Interesting. Except for that one that is broken but won't break. Okay. It's about the halfway point now that we've gotten through that thing. I'm going to give us our 3-minute ad break. And we will be back to continue day 12. Yeah, one mark showed us one other dead mark. But yeah, we'll be back to keep plugging away at this in about 3 minutes. See y'all soon. I'm glad he's dead. I'm not glad Lara is dead. She wasn't one that I wanted to bite at. But Karminski being in the ground is honestly just nothing but good. So I miss our better Inquisitor. Where's Aglaya? Can we get Aglaya here instead? I do, though, like that it's just like, hey, Andre, you know you're dead, right? And Andre's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. I killed an Inquisitor with my bare hands and turned him into an art piece. I can die happy. I fucking love the Stomatins. Some of my, like, breakout faves here. It's such a fun examination of them realizing that, you know, they are a parallel to Dankovsky's mania and apathy. Yeah, Andre was insane in such a fun way. That was one of those ones where it's just like, God, that was so fun to voice because he was bug fuck crazy. But the Stomatins being just like a personalization of Dankovsky's mental illness was really funny to me. With the Stomatins gone, just a picture of Dankovsky T-posing saying, I am no longer mentally ill. But yeah, the Stomatins have been my my breakout faves so far. All right, we're back, gamers. Let's head on back. All right. Now we got to go to the House of Hope. Or, no, not the House of Hope. House of...
What is the House of Hope?
That's Baldur's Gate. That's,
They haven't let us inside for at least an hour and a half. I'm starting to think the so-called performance is us. Can't say it's a fresh idea putting an audience on stage.
Oh, you. They let you in without waiting in line. We've already brought tickets. We're standing here waiting. Do tell us what's going inside. Satisfy our curiosity.
Nothing. Birds gathered around the bell. That's why it rang.
I lied. Lying. Yeah, the House of Hope was... Oh, hey, the trees are back. Sort of.
Who's staring at me through the looking glass?
I'm really digging this track, though. I feel like we haven't heard this one before.
The town dribbles.
Dribbles.
All right, I'm going to go to this one first and see if I can find the flower here. Yeah, the backbeat of that track was sick. I'm gonna just peek around back here and see if it's just like behind a house or something. It wouldn't surprise me. No. The god rays in these places are just crazy. Yeah, I don't see anything back here. All right. Onward.
screeching, living.
I don't have many more shots left in this son of a bitch, though, is a bit of an issue. I think this is the last flower we need to find, though.
You're too high strung.
Which means that once I do, we can kill the Shabnak for good. Which would be pretty cool. But I am not seeing any green. He only got one more blast. That's not great. Anything back here? No, no. No. Okay. Oop. It's one of those fucking kill you wall tumors. Oh dear. Time to go. Actually, I'm gonna turn around and just start hunting. We're gonna need to kill the Shabnak one day. One way or another. I may as well just kind of try and start that.
It's afraid of fire and salt?
Never heard that silly little cackling line from him. It's afraid of fire and salt? Lamau. Yep. That ain't great. We're out. We're out. We're out, and that's bad. We're out, and that's bad. We're out, and that's bad. Slam one of those so I don't get accidentally fucking aced. Hi.
Every creak, like a gunshot.
Oh. Hmm. There it is. Is there a fire? Yeah. Okay, go there. And this one.
Someone's tormenting me.
Come on. Okay. Time to go. Back to the still water. Prep the gun. Fix the... Refill the thing. Shoot the Shabnak. Cure the plague. Easy. Just don't die on the way back. Please stop chasing me. That was intense. Yeah, you were right. Pet Spider. I am out of gun. God. Out of gun in a zone where I can't see shit. Desperately hunting. Let's kill this thing. Let's kill this thing for good. Evening. Well, too late. Don't have time to prepare the serum. We'll fix that one. Be the
Superstitions
prioritize.
aren't real.
Hello. Perfect. 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 All right. Back to a plague town.
It was quiet in Pathologic.
Can we do this one? This one's really easy to fuck with. I just need to find a... Does this one not have any fucking bonfires? Maybe this one sucks. I just threw a match at nothing. Awesome. Good. Good start. Good start. Yeah, I think this one just doesn't have bonfires. That's interesting. Fine. We'll go here. This one's got bonfires. Oh, god damn it.
Damn. What a thing to imagine.
I will show you your little boy. Boy! I hear he's on his way. I think he was downstairs with Scoop, who's working from home today. Here he is. Here he is. Come on, bud. No, you're good. It's all good. If I don't hear her yell when she enters a district, she won't show up. Oh, god damn. Double him. Myth also giving you some. Boy, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Hello. I thought I heard her in this one, so we'll see if she shows up here. But yes, Bridge and Myth wish to feast you. Oh, yeah, go wild. Fire speaks. It says, pizza time. Yeah, there you go, bud. Everyone wishes for there to be more executive producer. I'm gonna get a cat cam one of these days. Set it right over there so that you can watch him eat. Oop. Okay. No.
I'm going insane.
Got him. There is also, from what I was able to determine from that one, a musical accompaniment that there are some strings that stay with her when she shows up. Either way, we got the achievement for eradicating the Shabnak once and for all. That bitch dead. That bitch dead. That bitch dead. Oh. Okay, we're going to the house, but we're gonna like immediately use the clock there and go back to the start of the day so that we can do the vaccine-a-majig. Advanced pawns. Yeah, we got the pop-up that said she'll come back stronger on other days, but I also got the achievement that said that she's dead forever.
We're saved! She's returned to us! She's returned! She didn't leave us to die! That means the end of the plague!
What are these bits of rubble doing here?
You don't know, Nina? Where she throws stones, apple trees grow. Soon they'll grow here too, just give it time!
Usque ad mala.
Only you can't eat those apples, they're poisonous.
And where did she go? Could you tell me?
You're a queer one, aren't you? How could you possibly miss Nina? She's 20 feet tall, no less. When she sets foot to ground, it thunders so loud the windows break.
Oh, that's cannons. I think you're making this up. The whole town has decided to prank me. In the middle of town lie the fragments of a statue, as if Nina Cana was burdened by her physical shell and shed it.
In every shard, a new me.
No entry for civilians. That's him, head of the former hospital.
Former.
Sorry, the doctor. We're just following orders, that's all. We were told to do what to do, so that's what we do.
Was Nina Cana the Shabnak? Maybe? I don't know if those are related. Because she was like 10 feet tall and shook the world. Was Nina Cana the Shabnak? But we found out that the Shabnak and the disease was the step screaming in pain. At least that's what it was in 2. It may not be in this one. I don't know. My hospital's property is in there. Possibly the people, too. Let me through. We can't. Oh, come on. Let him through. Our Sergeant Dront was treated by him. He's a good man. Go on in, Doctor. Just don't tell anyone we let you, all right? That's better. I'm gonna go inside and go back in time, motherfuckers. Well,
the town can be cleansed. I know now how to prepare enough panacea.
You came.
You look worse for wear.
All these marks are from the trial. I passed it. I proved to the kin and to myself that I am my father's son. I'm their warden now. To you, it probably sounds like dark, boring gibberish.
Congratulations.
By Allah. Thank you, Oinon. This might be the most important thing I did in this life. However, I didn't invite you here to get a chance to brag. We need to discuss a very important matter. Tell me, did anyone follow you?
Tough question. It always seems to me like I'm surrounded by spies.
I see. Lean closer. Lean closer, Oinon. I'll whisper. Do you remember that blood sample you found a couple of days ago? The one you collected from the foot of the polyhedron? Now I know what it is. I learned it during my trial.
Where are you going with this, Burach?
The kin sacrificed bulls for centuries. Sometimes they used sacred bulls, the aurochs, and pulled the ritual blood underground. For centuries. Oinon. I knew there were tunnels under the abattoir. I knew they were long, stretching underneath the entire town. You don't have to believe me, but that's where the heart of the earth beats. Blood fills some of those tunnels like veins. Rivers of blood flow. The blood.
Are you saying the town stands on top of an ancient burial ground for cattle? Come to think of it, that's not a huge surprise.
Their blood is special, Oinon. Before my trial, I did something with the sample. The plague was about to claim a life I was responsible for. I took a risk. I prepared the panacea from your sample. It worked.
What? You made a cure for the plague?
Yes. You know the Odonk's dead gruel? You based the vaccines in your hospital on it. It's been on my mind these past few days. I kept thinking that you needed the right herbs and the right blood. Thanks to you, I had the right blood. At that time, the blood appeared to be simultaneously human and bulls. I cast this thought aside as ridiculous. You'll find it hard to believe, but the Auroch's blood is imperishable. It is still as hot as the day it was poured into the earth. It has another property, a key one. This blood carries the plague. I cannot say whether it originated there or was introduced from elsewhere, but this blood is infected. In the right hands, it can be turned into a cure. It is also the source of the plague.
I actually ran the test on a bull. Not a sacred one, the common variety. I infected it with the plague so it became a carrier, but its health did not deteriorate.
It's not even extraordinary. Bulls normally have a lot of parasites. It's possible that in fighting them, the bull's body is also fighting the plague in a way that we humans cannot. However, the bulls are a natural vessel for the sandpest.
And we're back to the rivers of infected blood flowing under the town.
I saw them, Oinon. I immersed my hands in them, but I cannot draw blood from those underground rivers. The earth will not forgive it.
Do you want my honest opinion? I want to write this off as tall tales, but underground rivers of blood explains a lot. Actually, you and your superstitions. If we can make a cure with this blood, Borach, it's your duty as a doctor to procure it, no matter what it takes.
I am considering what it might take, Oinon. Don't rush it.
Okay. My next question is, why did the epidemic break out now? Now and 5 years ago, you're saying that the kin was pouring bull's blood underground for centuries.
During my trial, I had a vision. Mother Bodo is troubled, wounded. The earth is wounded. We, men, did it. Our customs forbid digging deep. We won't dig wells. But those tunnels go deep, very deep, for hundreds of meters underground. No well would go that far.
Earthquakes, tectonic shifts. But this is the wrong kind of landscape.
I can't tell, Oinon. All I know is that men are responsible for it.
Hang on. I have an idea. Give me a moment to gather my thoughts. Let's talk again later.
The town can be cleansed. I know now how to prepare enough panacea.
You know something, Oinon. You know how the land was disturbed and the plague awakened. I can tell by the look on your face. Tell me, for I gave you my part of the truth.
I had a discussion about the polyhedron with Stamatin once. He told me that this impossible structure has a counterbalance, a giant metal rod sunk into the earth some 300 meters. Do you understand now?
You are saying that this rod has wounded the earth and that the inflected blood oozed from the wound.
I brought a sample of the blood that appeared under the polyhedron. It makes sense now. You're silent. Usually a bad sign.
The solution is obvious. The tower must go down.
Isn't this a bit drastic?
If you are right and the tower is to blame, then there is no other way. If a foreign object becomes lodged in the body, it should be removed. It's the only possible treatment.
There are hundreds of children in the polyhedron. How do you suggest we take it down?
Then we need to lead them out as soon as possible. If the rod already pierced the tunnels, what choice do we have? If we take down the tower, the blood will ooze from the wound it leaves behind. There will be enough for me to make a panacea for everyone, for all the infected, Oinan. No. There must be another way, less barbaric, that doesn't include destroying wonders. You talk like a Cain supporter. You acknowledge then that wonders mean more to you than human lives. Quite the opposite. I'm trying to find the least invasive approach. What do you suggest? We have a wound-up military looking to raise the town to the ground. We can give them a different objective. The tower. We can sacrifice it and save the town.
I need to think about it.
You have 1 day, Oinan. Less than that. Tomorrow we make our choices.
I know.
We are different. We see the world differently, yet without you I would not have found the answer, and you wouldn't have found it without me. I recognize it and value it. I want you to see it too, Oinan. How gracefully our lines intertwined. My solution feels right to me. I'll be happy to consider yours, but you didn't offer one.
I'll find it. Just give me time.
The tower will have to be toppled. That's how we'll extract healing moisture.
What?
Fun fact of the day, tectonic plate theory only came around during the 1950s, but did first get described in the 1910s. Interesting. I did not know that.
What?
I wanted to know. Did you figure out how your father had died?
You helped me greatly back then, Oinan. You gave me a hint. So when I faced the bitter truth, I was prepared. I was calm. I was honest with myself.
What happened to Isidore is still a mystery to me. Different versions contradict each other.
A kinsman killed my father. Out of hatred, as punishment for violating the lines. Out of love, because his friend was suffering, dying of the sand pest. I weighed his deeds and punished the killer.
So it was.
I forced him to live and be helpful to his people, to atone not with blood but with deeds. The measure of his punishment will be his own conscience. My people are an honest people. I want to be worthy of them, and I can. My people are a bloody people. I want to tame them, and I can.
You didn't just prove to the kin that you're a worthy warden. You proved to the town that you're not the Ripper. Oh my god, I have so many things to talk to him about.
The tower will have to be toppled. That's how we'll extract healing moisture.
Seriously, are you sure you don't need medical help?
I'm a doctor too, Oinan, so no. Are you bothered by my appearance? I shouldn't have to explain the morphology of a myth to you. I underwent initiation. I was reborn in pain and blood. It was required.
I hope you're not putting up a facade. Now is not a good time to die to a beating.
I've already died, Oinan. There, below the ground, and I managed to return. It's good that the marks on the body remained. They won't let me forget.
I'm glad to see you back above ground. Right, I can't warp at this clock because it's not... Because I haven't hit the end of the day yet. We haven't seen our awful stage play. All roads converge at Yulia's house. So let's go see Yulia. This place is so infected. is this music, dude? Yeah, just so many plague tornadoes. I hit that one. Fuck you.
It's so lonely here.
Your visits, Dankowski, rarely mean anything good.
Tell me, Yulia. You laid the streets out here. Do you know anything about underground tunnels beneath the town?
I've heard the step tale. The earth under our feet is a body, and blood runs through that body.
It's not a tale. The tunnel exists. You can get through them. You can get into them through the abattoir, and they look like they're the cause of the epidemic. The lights over those twisting plague net was giving Beast over the garden wall, and it activated my fight or flight. I still need to watch over the garden wall.
What?
Artemi Barak went below. He's found that they're draining blood into the tunnels under the town for years, and the blood is infected.
Damn it. Do you even understand what that means?
I know what it means to me. What does it mean to you?
All I've done these last days is scribble formulas, trying to find where I miscalculated. Why does that street in the atrium behave the way it does? Why is it broken? Why does it not work the way it was designed to?
That's why.
I never accounted for any underground tunnels in my calculations.
You think the tunnels could have affected the street?
Psychogeography is a young science. It has too many unknowns. But some things are easy to grasp. A street is a vector of movement. When you lay streets, you have to consider the neighboring vectors. And the tunnel is just a vector of movement too. Just because we don't see the tunnels doesn't mean we don't know. Just because we don't know of them doesn't mean they don't resonate with the systems of the streets. You see?
Sounds a bit like the kin belief in lines.
What an idiot I am, of course. Of course the underground vectors were knocking my trajectories off. It's a blessing that it turned critical on only one street. I wasted so much strength trying to find the flaw in my calculations, but the flaw wasn't in the calculations. The flaw was in the ground.
I hear anger in your voice.
All this time I've been helping to build the town while missing one of its most important layers. Every street I laid was built without regard for underground currents. Of course that's disheartening. And yet I feel relief. I found an answer, a terrible one, but even that is better than nothing.
I need your help. It's about the polyhedron.
Explain.
I know the polyhedron rests on a long spike. It goes deep underground. It must have pierced one of the tunnels, and the old bull blood came up, infected the town.
Monstrous. And perfectly consistent. I suspect it happened gradually, settlement. Then the children moved in and the weight rose sharply. Yes, almost certainly. Offhand, I find that hypothesis extraordinarily persuasive.
I'm no engineer, not at all. But I came to you because I'm sure there has to be a solution, some kind of compromise.
If the Stomaton's tower pierced one of the tunnels, then in theory we might leave the tower alone and divert the underground river. Or block it, blow up something, put a sluice somewhere. It is feasible, but I need data, a detailed map.
Thank you, Scoop. Thank you for the subscription. 11 months. Fuck, I've been doing this for nearly a year now. Good lord. Time flies. Yeah, almost. I'm glad we found an external reason for the shit feng shui of the town. Otherwise, we'd have to consider that maybe all these random streets and walls are poorly designed, and clearly that's not true. The tunnels seem to be enormously long. Even if we go down there, mapping them will take too long.
The entrance is in the abattoir, you say? That's old Gimski territory. So Big Vlad must know about the tunnels. He likes to play the simpleton, but I've seen his library. I'm sure there's a map in his archives. Or at least something useful.
Wait for me with the map, Yulia. I will find it. I have to. If it's a way to save both people and the polyhedron. I wonder... I'm still wondering if we are kind of following in our own footsteps here. If breaking into the library, because there was a break-in, was that us? Are we chasing ourselves? Because that is a time travel trope that I really enjoy. Getting in your own way. Circular time shenanigans, yeah. Hey, bud. Fuck you.
Tired of this noise.
What? What do you still want of me, bachelor? Have you not drunk enough of my blood?
Funny you mentioned blood. That's precisely why I'm here. I know about the underground tunnels beneath the abattoir. And
How am I to take that? Are you still playing dumb, Olgimsky?
we're also chasing a woman. I think she was mentioned with the break-in. Yeah, the one that I keep suspecting is Aglaya.
I'm tired, bachelor. Enough. Accusations. Say what you came here for.
I found out they've been draining bull blood into the tunnels under the abattoir for years. That's where the bacterium took root. And now it has surfaced.
And what of it? To drain bull blood. Is that a crime? In our trade, it is called disposal. Or do you imagine that slaughtered blood simply vanishes? Of course it is drained into the earth. Where else is it to go?
I need a map of the tunnels, now.
We use those tunnels as a dump. A cesspit. Why would I keep a map of a cesspit? What with the habit you intellectuals have forever crawling through filth. Farkad went nursing there. And now you.
What does Farkad have to do with it? Though I suppose he was one of the town's architects, it makes sense he'd take an interest in the ground.
A whiplash caught him. That is what. I told him at once. I will not let you into the abattoir, you fool. And he raised a din. A man of many talents. But he lacked the one that matters, knowing when to be silent. So other men had to close his mouth forever.
What did he need it? Did he ever say?
You need only know this. Farkad met a bad end. Do not follow in his footsteps.
Wait. Old Gimski, what did you do to him? Over an interest in the abattoir underground?
My men went too far with Farkad, I admit it. They overreached where they should not have. It was needless. Needless. But what is done cannot be undone. And now what? Will you haul me into court again? For old business, when new business is without end.
So that's how Farkad died. He tried to get to the bottom of those tunnels.
He did get to the bottom of it, in his way. I would not let him in, so he talked the kin into it, slipped about down there, in Shekhen. Fool. He chose the worst company. Talent and fool, both. Do not be the fool, bachelor.
So someone from Shekhen led Farkad into the tunnels behind your back.
Seems they did. And what good did it do? I am trying to warn you. Some secrets keep themselves. After that, it no longer matters whether I gave an order or someone else.
If Farkad was in those tunnels, he must have drawn a map. He's an architect, after all. I don't think I make it to Shekhen in time, but we'll try.
Разговор есть, только не убивай. Доктор!
Hey, doctor!
The villain from Shrek is in this? Yeah, Lord Farkad, the architect. As if anyone could warn Dankovsky of anything. I have never listened to Authority, and I will not start now. Oh, yeah, okay, this is the most needlessly Byzantine route that we could take. Sure, why not? Hey, we made it to Shekhen. We got 10 minutes. Aspity here? Ah. Come on. Oh no, it's Taya and Aspity.
Sekte-kun, I was waiting for you. Did you bring oat tuck?
Perhaps turning inside out will help.
What dragged you here? Why have you come, Tenech?
I know about the tunnels under the town and the rivers of blood. The plague came up from there.
You're walking the rim of a pit, Tenech. Plenty have fallen already. Want to fall too? It's a long way down.
A threat? Forgive me, you don't look like anyone's executioner.
Bodo will punish you. I only need to point a finger. This finger has Gemneg Debe more than a few. Any outsider who knows about the rivers ought to drown in them.
Even Farkad? He knew about the rivers as well, didn't he?
Farkad was Tomo-kun. He made me laugh and laugh, and he drew the little bows for me.
Farkad was looking for the underground tunnels beneath the abattoir.
Farkad always...
The time went up during this, so it has broken, but the conversation is still ongoing.
Farkad always asked for too much, Yehe. Always wanted more. The steppe loved Farkad. The kin let him stay among us. Manai dunda baigti. Farkad went into the tunnels beneath the abattoir, and he drew them on paper.
He drew a map.
Farkad broke Uge Hugegti. He promised the underground rivers were ours alone. He was told no one must know about them. He broke Uge Hugegti and he paid for it.
I am not laying claim to your rivers. I don't mean to break your laws. I need the map. That's all.
Want to know how the blood rivers run? Speak true.
Yes, I do.
Then close your eyes, Tanigdagi-kun. They'll take you to the place.
All right.
Farewell, Zegte-kun.
Oh, farewell, Zegte-kun.
Farewell, girl. But we're going to zoom back to the Stillwater instead, probably. Oh, no, we went somewhere. Then we went back to the Stillwater.
People like him feel the urge to bring any deed to completion. Out of principle, simply to remain nothing undone. To them, a deed incomplete is a weakness, even if the result is woeful. That's his young age speaking. But also, his personality, of course. He was a daring young man.
He got himself a memorial. Stop the epidemic. Attaboy.
Didn't he flee? Refuse to act? Give up?
Perhaps he came back. Fixed his mistakes.
No mistake can be fixed. Ever.
Well, the old man Dankovsky portrait is wild. I love it. That's old man Dankovsky. He killed the sandpest, you know.
You won't have time to do anything else today. Would you rather continue tomorrow or yesterday?
So this is it. Our last evening conversation.
I don't want it to be the last.
Tomorrow evening will be different. In a way. In a sense. It won't exist. I'm not trying to scare you. It's just like when the seasons change. In winter, you don't get autumn evenings.
Does it happen like that? Even seasons don't change in a single day. They shift gradually.
If anyone lies down to sleep tomorrow, they'll already be falling asleep in another town. Or on its ruins. Let's fall asleep in this one last time.
All right. All right, I'm going to zoop us back to the start of the day. And then I think we're going to call the stream there. Thank you all for coming. I know it was a bit of a weird start at the beginning of things because it took us a little bit to get going. But once we got going, we're getting into some really interesting shit. So, as always, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for all the resubs, blessing the boy, just hanging out and chatting, figuring all the shit out. I really appreciate it. I really value everybody who comes here. Thank you again. And we will continue and figure out what the hell is going on, maybe, tomorrow, the same time, same place. Hope to see you then. Have a lovely rest of your Wednesday. Bye, everybody. Hey, if you stuck around to the end of the video, I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you want to help support me in making more of this, you can follow me on Twitch, where I stream these live. Like, comment, and subscribe. I suspect you all know how this works by now, but it really does help a lot. Thanks.